the huge land scam that is actually spanning many acres, dozens of crores of rupees, and the responsibility is on the sitting Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Siddaramaiah. This is the Muda scam, that is the Mysore Urban Development Authority scam. It's a classic example of the Robert Vadra model of land grabbing that the Congress seems to have perfected throughout years. Republic Canada has led a very deep and very popular investigation in this case because it is not just another land grab case under a development authority. It is the shining example of how systemic corruption potentially precipitates into multifold dividends through the outright abuse of power. The story of the Muda land scam is that of a farmer whose land was usurped for just 5 lakh rupees. And through arm twisting, political arm twisting, an alleged bending of the rules to convert that land into a 65 crore rupee cash cow right in the heart of central Mysore. I have 34 years of documentary evidence with me unmasking every step of Siddaramaiah and his family of how they allegedly looted the right of the people and potentially pocketed a huge fortune in the process. So tonight I challenge Mr. Siddaramaiah to come out and either prove the evidence wrong based on the 10 questions I have for him or resign for abusing his position as Chief Minister for disproportionate gains. Here are my 10 questions. 1. Is it or is it not true that Siddaramaiah's brother-in-law bought this land in 2005 from a farmer at the cost of 5,95,000 and the current value of the land that was given in compensation to Mrs. Parvati is around 65 crore rupees? 2. Is it not true that the land originally belonged to a farmer from a scheduled caste? If yes, then is it not true that this is a case of caste atrocity, Rahul Gandhi? Wrongdoing against a poor farmer from the scheduled caste category? Congress says it's for SC/ST. It's not. It's taking away their land. Question 3, is it not true that the notification of the concerned land was illegally done in 1998 when Siddaramaiah was the Deputy Chief Minister? 4, is it not true that the prime land was allotted to Siddaramaiah's wife when he was the leader of the opposition? 5, is it not true that the prime land was allotted to Siddaramaiah's wife when his son was a Muda member? And Mysore MLA, you talk about conflict of interest. Question number 6, is it not true that the Karnataka Chief Minister's brother-in-law purchased a land in which the layout had already been formed during 2001 and sites had already been sold to the citizens? 7, is it not true that the land was fraudulent? The land sale was fraudulent also because the land was sold as agricultural land after the said lands were developed and sites were distributed. 8, is it not true that the Deputy Commissioner of Mysore did the conversion even after knowing that the layout had been formed? 9, is it true or not that even after the said property was converted from agricultural to residential land, the gift deed mentions that the land was quote-unquote agricultural land? What a scam! And finally, is it not true that in 2018, Siddaramaiah hid the nature of the land in the election affidavit? And going further, is it not true that there was an attempt made to erase the name of the land demanded by the Chief Minister's wife by using whitener on the documents? I can go on and on, Mr. Siddaramaiah, because the list of documents I have with me are all pointing at you and they're endless. What is ironic is that when similar allegations were made against B.S. Yediyurappa of the BJP, you, Mr. Siddaramaiah, demanded his resignation. Will you come clean on your deeds and resign for abusing the power of your office for personal gains, effectively grabbing the land from a scheduled caste farmer, taking money from the poor, or will you choose to factually counter my questions? Both options are open. The choice is yours.